What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host Josh, and we are back for the 5 takeaways that I have on the game we just watched between Panama and Canada. It was one of those matches that you want to forget, but regardless, I got some points. A little bittersweet taste in my mouth, but we did still top the Ocho. So hopefully you guys are excited, not from the result, but for the video. Be sure to drop a like, drop a sub, and let's get into it now. Well, guys, World Cup qualifying has come to an end. It did not end the way that we were hoping it would. And this match reminded me of an old school, full-out CONCACAF style match. Chances were few and far between. It was not pretty on the eyes. The better players on this Canadian national team were very, very quiet throughout. And all in all, it was just simply frustrating. But the first takeaway I want to take out is a bit of a positive and kind of dwelling on a bit of a negative. It's just simply that this is a learning experience. Canada has had a lot of success through this World Cup qualifying campaign, and they haven't seen many losses, really. I mean, they just haven't. And then all of a sudden they go in their last window, and we saw 2 losses out of 3 matches. Still enough to top the Ocho, as we really knew we only needed 1. But it's these type of matches that will test this group and show them how frustrating it can be. And they're going to come up against all kinds of different countries with different styles and different ways, and this is a good test to at least learn from it and try to adapt to it, which then goes on to my second takeaway, which was an interesting one. But I genuinely liked all of the moves that John Herdman did. Did I agree with his starting 11? Probably not. I didn't think using Cavallini from the start, not to pick on Cavallini or anything, because I don't put any of the blame of not winning this match on him, but I didn't think that's where you find the opportunity to use Cavallini at his best. If you want to bring him in on 60th, maybe 65th, something like that, that's different. But I think this would have been a match more suited for Ugbo to have an opportunity to shine in this system. But regardless, I wasn't crazy about the starting 11. I didn't fully mind it. But he made the changes I wanted to see. I saw the 3-5-2 as a very frustrating formation because we just weren't creating enough. My boy Ismail Kone had one of those matches, and it was frustrating for him. The creativity wasn't there, so he made a change. He brought on Jonathan Azori, which I thought was the right decision. Didn't tamper the system, thought he would try it out this way. It still didn't work. He then tampered it again. He switched it out to the 4-4-2. He threw on Laren. He got Hoylett on, and they could have scored a goal seconds later. It could have been drastically different, but David had a big save on him. The odd chance was there, but at least he tinkered with it, and he showed that he's got at least what I thought was the good decision making on his part to try to make these type of changes, even though in the end it didn't work. But I like that he did something. He just didn't sit there and was stubborn about it. He was trying, he was moving things around, and in my opinion, again, a couple bounces went our way. David a little bit better finishing there. It could have been a different game. Moving on to my third takeaway, guys, we're going to take a look at Ismail Kone. We're going to take a look at, honestly, a little bit of Tajon Buchanan as well as Lucas Cavallini. Now, my boy Ismail Kone, I thought looked really good coming off the bench for the Costa Rica match, looking confident on the ball, picking out passes, having fun, and just looked like, wow, this is going to be a very easy transition for him. The rise of Ismail Kone has been rapid, and this is kind of a more of a reality check, and again, a nice learning experience for him. I thought he looked a little bit nervous, a little uncomfortable, and a little unaware of what was kind of going on. He was heavy a little bit on his touches, and as well as a little hesitant of when to release that ball. But again, this is probably one of the biggest matches he's played in. It's a good learning experience for him. And it wasn't just on Ismail Kone. Everyone in this team today was pretty much on a different wavelength. You saw runs being made, the ball not coming. You saw balls going, and then the run was not to be made. It was one of those ones. It was tough for Ismail Kone. He got 45 in. Hopefully he'll learn from it and go back to CF Montreal and continue the incredible form that got him this call-up. And going to Cavallini, the chat wasn't crazy, but I didn't throw too much of it on Cavallini. I just don't think that's the role we're going to see from Cavallini. I think he's going to be a bench-type player, and he did decent, and to his credit, he did get a bunch of fouls. He does good on his hold-up play. That's one of the best parts of Cavallini's game. So, I mean, I didn't mind Cavallini's performance today. I'm curious to get you guys' take on it in the comments. And, of course, Tajon, I thought, was a little exciting from the beginning, and then he kind of burnt off, and in that second half, really struggled to get involved, and it was just chopping up the play left, right, and center, made it very difficult to get Tajon at his best, which was one of those things. The fourth takeaway, guys, is we gave up a big opportunity, and this Canadian team has leaped at every opportunity, and they've successfully done it. And this time, they tripped up a little bit. This was an opportunity, which doesn't mean that it's a better, because we don't know if a pot 4 draw could give Canada a very, very good group. We don't know. However, likelihood is if you're in pot 3, you might have a better group than pot 4. And we couldn't take this opportunity tonight. Is it the hangover of already qualifying, the huge celebrations, the emotions doing it at BMO? Is it the game plan? Was it the tactics? Was it just a professional performance from Panama? Because you got to give them credit as well. I don't 100% know exactly what it is, but this is the first time we saw an opportunity that Canada didn't take, and it's interesting. And again, I'll just keep connecting it back to a learning experience, seeing this way this group can come together and take it, because they didn't get the job done tonight, but it was also just a straight up frustrating match to watch. Just even towards the end of that match when you saw CONCACAF come out on its finest with players going down, it was something else. But it's just one of those things. The hangover might have gotten in the way, and instead of celebrating the Ocho with a top 3, we're only celebrating the Ocho, which we're ending on a positive note. And my 5th takeaway is we did qualify for the World Cup, and we did finish first place in World Cup qualifying, which is an enormous achievement. This is an incredible group, and it's interesting. I don't know if the stats 100%. It came from someone in the chat, but Davies missed 7 out of the 14 World Cup qualifying matches. That's half the campaign without the greatest player in Canadian history. So incredible achievement, showing that the Canada only has Alphonso Davies is a complete myth, and it is, because we did it with him, and we can do it without him, and we're gonna have him hopefully back ASAP and continue it on to the World Cup. So there's still a lot to be very proud of. We made it to the World Cup. We'll be in pot 4, but that's fine. Bring it on, man. Bring it on. I'm confident in this group, and we finished first in the Ocho, Kings of CONCACAF for the moment. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my 5 takeaways. Let me know in the comments below what were your takeaways, what you thought of the match as well as some of the key performances. And hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Be sure to drop a like, drop a sub, and head over to One Soccer as well. We dropped a couple pieces of content if you want to watch a nice little Rise of Ismail Kone video or talking about Kyle Aaron's incredible goal scoring run in World Cup qualifying. Take care, friends, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.